Hey there, it's Meredith. This weekend reading ran just a bit long, so I thought I would offer up a timestamp for you. Obviously, the Saturday message will begin momentarily, and the Sunday message should start somewhere in the 12-minute mark. Enjoy! Hey, hi, it's Meredith. I am here with a weekend reading for the weekend of Saturday, July 18th, Sunday, July 19th. We are using Deviant Moon Tarot for our Saturday message and Bonefire Tarot for our Sunday message. And we had quite the shuffle. Lots of cards to go over. So this is all about the energy atmosphere of the weekend. What is there for us to navigate, investigate, explore, discern, learn? All right, let's get into it. Two cards from the bottom of the deck. Again, this is the Deviant Moon Tarot for Saturday's message. Our first card is the Queen of Cups. Ooh, and how lovely she is. When you see her card, when you turn her card over, you just have to know that your intuitive gifts are heightened and quite succinct. You are in a position to be a great channel for your own intuitive abilities, and she also holds the Ace of Cups, so she's all about the overflow of love and bliss. So this is another one of those follow your heart type of cards for me in tarot. Her energy is quite healing, actually, and she is, to me, just as profound in tarot as the High Priestess. So she is emotionally awake, aware, alert, intelligent, and intimate. She cares nothing of the material at all. She's all about heart, all about healing, and all about her intuitive flow. So this is what's charging the atmosphere. So we are going to be stimulated by that, acting upon it, in concert with, in the flow of our intuitive gifts. Where are we going with those? We have coming with her. Oh, this guy, the Knight of Swords. Yeah, he is just the most impetuous of the bunch. It's good that he's with the Queen because he's not one to look into the periphery. He does not take a bird's eye view at all, and he could really benefit from it. You know, this is the knight that goes from point A to point B in a mad rush. Get out of his way. I tell you all so often, if you're on that horse with him and you fall off, he's not coming back for you. He's going to keep going. His destination is everything to him. So there's communication in this too. He delivers a message. Knights convey messages between cards. So he's really taking an intuitive message from this queen somewhere else. And it's good that this queen is with him because, like the High Priestess, she has the full picture. She has the intuitive wherewithal to see into the periphery where this knight does not. So let's see where he's going, because he's going into three other cards. The first of which is the Wheel of Fortune. Wonderful. So he is participating in the momentum of the divine delivery system, of the divine all that is the Wheel of Fortune. And there's a touch of destiny on this card, so this is about an alignment for us. So we are feeling intuitively guided into alignment with our destined type of energy. This means we're coming into connection with what we've held in heart space for manifestation, co-creation. It's being made real. It's being delivered to our foundation here by the Wheel of Fortune. Coming with is the King of Swords. And there's some great stability to the instability and tempestuous type energy of the Knight of Swords. You know, he is a bit of a storm. And the king would be the eye of the storm. or maybe even the whole storm, but he brings stability, he brings brilliant clarity, everlasting strength, even here by holding the Ace of Swords. So we also have some decisions, some choice on offer to us in all of this. The King and Queen of Swords make decisions. They have a reputation for being cold because of the discernment required to stay the course. You know, when you have set out to fulfill something for yourself, are you going to be swayed this way or that? Are you going to follow that something shiny through distraction and then take yourself further off the path, further away from what it is you've been in manifestation for? We've got this message over and over again for so many weeks now about paying attention to the energy investment that we are making in all of our choices and where we are bringing our beautiful soulful selves. Is there an energy of reciprocity within the environments, within the connections that we are experiencing, celebrating at this time? And it's quite likely we're discovering that where that reciprocity is not in existence, we no longer wish to take up residence there. You know, we are absolutely creating room on our foundation, Wheel of Fortune, to expand the experience of reciprocity, because we love to give, the universe loves to give, and in all that giving and receiving is a great desire to share. And if there's no room for sharing, that feels empty for us now. So we have to make decisions that may be intermittently difficult. And this is what the King and Queen faced. You know, they can't please everyone. Someone's going to be displeased by your decision to invest your energy in a way that is absolutely fulfilling and reciprocal to you and everyone you are connected to. And then we have Justice holding 2 swords. Yeah, you know, this is fair, right, and balanced. Not just for you. Everyone benefits from that. And there is on the Justice card a message of mercy, being merciful with your own self. You know, how many times have you given away pieces of you to avoid, only to discover later on that you've got to go back and collect those energies to keep yourself whole. You know, you have to do some kind of healing work, Queen of Cups, to restore the overflow. So now we're choosing just to stay in the overflow. Excellent, right? That's Justice for you. Next, we have Magician. See, we're right back at manifestation here. And I was just saying, you know, have you been distracted in your journey by something shiny over here, over there, and distraction has pulled you away from what you're holding in heart space? And here's the Magician to remind you, while he has the ability to use all the tools of the tarot to make what he desires a reality, he rarely ever picks up those tools and uses them, because he knows that that kind of will for manifestation comes from within. Also, though, when the Magician is in reverse, there's a distraction quality to him. He can be, you know, he can engage in illusion through distraction. So you'll be looking left and somebody will be picking your pocket on the right. So this is all about staying focused. Now, this knight is wonderfully focused, and we can use the very best of his energy to stay focused, and then the very best of the Queen's energy so that we don't get tunnel vision within our focus. That way we'll see where we start to lean away from what we have in heart space, and where our energy gets drained away from what our full intention is. Next we have the Six of Cups. Ooh. You know, this is another card that screams distraction to me right now on an intuitive level. This is a card of nostalgia and looking back and reminiscing. And I feel a connection here with the Magician sitting next to the Six of Cups. Are you manifesting through an old story? So if you're going to go into hindsight, or you're going to retell a tale, or you are going to identify with a story that may be unfulfilling in some way, you have to consider how that will have an effect upon what it is you desire to create at this time. So, yes, reminisce, certainly celebrate the nostalgia of times past, experience past, and so on. Come back to the focus with this night for what you truly do hold in heart space here. It's not the story, because that story got you here to this moment, and you want to celebrate in this moment, be present in this now, and create a ripple into the oncoming that's much more in alignment with Wheel of Fortune, what's being delivered to your foundation at this time. Then we have, oh, the star, beautiful, more manifestation for us. I love this. We've got the Magician and the Star together. And, you know, with the King of Swords, Justice there, we're looking at the Ace of Swords a couple of times over. Also with the Knight. So we've got the Ace of Swords represented 4 times over here. And that's brilliant clarity, everlasting strength. The Star card has typically 8 stars on it, which connects to strength, number 8, in the major arcana of tarot. So you have to have the strength to be courageous and vulnerable in this new now moment, in this present moment. And from there, what are you contributing? Here, she's holding, you know, a vessel, an urn. It could be representative of the Ace of Cups. And here's her contribution to the river, the flow of life, right? The divine all. This may be flowing to the water wheel that turns the Wheel of Fortune over here. What is your energetic contribution? Over and over, we come back to this question. And if you are making this investment, is it reciprocal? Does it benefit your ripple? Does it benefit everyone connected to you? You don't necessarily have to be mindful of manifestations of everyone else, but be mindful of how you contribute. And does it fulfill you? And does it continue to pay reward forward in a fulfilling way? Nice. So let's move on now to Sunday's message. Then we'll get on to the Oracle cards. All right. Energy atmosphere of the day for Sunday from Bonefire Tarot. Holy cow. I just love this. We have the Death card. Gosh, you gotta love that card. I know everybody cringes when they see it, and it's really a welcome card. And I was speaking with someone recently who also reads tarot cards, and we shared this amazing conversation around the Death card and how in great moments of celebration in life, when you are absolutely riding the waves of love and bliss, it can be surprising to feel the pain of loss and grief right in the midst of it. And so the conversation was about how these things coexist and how they wave together, and being able to be in the center of that and recognize it without delving into some kind of story of old pain, Six of Cups over here, or loss or grief or whatever it is, but instead have full appreciation for the experience of it, because simultaneously in those moments of recognizing pain, loss, sorrow, or grief in some way, you were having an experience of renewal, rebirth, new life. And that's what the Death card is all about. So simultaneous endings and beginnings. Coming with that. See? There it is right there. Ending, beginning. You have the Empress to go with the Death card. Fantastic energy. You know, she's Venus energy all day long. So be the love and the light that you are. She speaks to cycles and rhythms too. She's typically pregnant. So 9 minutes, 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, whatever it is, there is a cycle unfolding of gentle changes. And it's a card that invites self-nurturing. This is a message to be kind, compassionate, and loving to yourself as you allow your highest highs and some of your most sorrowful lows to coexist together. And you find the middle way in that, and an ability to celebrate all of it. Coming with this? Well, here she is. Look at the major arcana on the table. Seriously. There's quite a lot here. And we have the High Priestess. So we've got Death and the High Priestess working together again. This was in Friday's reading. It showed up in some way. And there's a connection as well to the Queen of Cups. The whole weekend will be charged. The atmosphere will be charged with high sensitivity to our intuitive gifts. So the High Priestess she's the one that consistently whispers to us from within. She is that steady voice that just never quits and encourages you. The ego voice is rather obnoxious and fear-based, so you'll be able to tell the difference between the two. So when you have that gentle, consistent whisper, you can trust that. Now, what's lovely about this combination here with Death and the High Priestess and the Empress in the middle is that Death will clear the foundation for you, which makes way for what the Wheel of Fortune is delivering. The High Priestess will help us see even further into the periphery of what is of service to us, what is no longer of use to us, and we will be able to gently, with the Empress, in a nurtured way, allow for what is passing off of the foundation so that we can chariot coming along with the High Priestess, also son of the Empress, move forward dynamically without hesitation. We will just be able to leap. We won't even have to look. It'll be a complete trust fall into our own love because we have been following our own intuition. And we've got certainly enough life experience underneath our belt at this point to sense, feel, and know what feels right and what feels like it gets a pass at this point. Coming with this, 7 of Coins. I'm so glad to see this card. I have fallen in love with this card in tarot, and this card at one time was one of those eye rollers, heavy sighs, like, oh gosh, no, not the 7 of Coins again, please. And now this card is, for me, confirmation of savoring the journey, savoring my beingness, savoring everything I hold in heart space that is undulating and flowing through life right now or on its way in. It's a beautiful card. It's about having fruit on the vine. It's about abundance and not rushing the harvest. It truly is about cherishing what is right here, right now, in the present. This is a 7 in tarot, so it is also about heaven touching earth within us. And certainly you can see how the Saturday message flowing into the Sunday message is really highlighting that for us and keeping our attention on the Magician, the Star, the High Priestess, the Queen of Cups, staying in connection with what is fulfilling to us and choosing in that way over and over and over again. Then we have the 9 of Wands. Yep, this is something that we often feel when the Death card is present. We feel that as something comes to an end, and in the reminiscing on the 6 of Cups, we can feel this too. We feel that we have had to endure parts of the journey that has just been so arduous. And that's what the 9 reminds us of. It reminds us of our strength. So strength has another showing here in the reading through the 9 of Wands. You see it in the Star. You definitely see it over here in these swords. And it's a reminder to keep going so that even if you're having a 7 of Coins moment where you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can make it to the 10. The 7, wow, I just feel so far away from fulfillment. This 9 is letting you know that you're way closer than you think, and a whole lot's going on behind the scenes in the hands of the universe that will bring you surprise and delight that you just could not have imagined. So this is a hang in there card, dig deep. And then our final card, well, there's the theme of the reading. It's our strength. It's our inner strength. And this card, the Strength card itself, is liberation of our wild and free spirit. And sometimes that can be a hard thing to find and set free when you're feeling the hardest part of the 7 of Coins. but step into the most lovely aspect of the Seven of Coins. Come into cherishing, come into savoring, and come into heaven touching earth within you, right in your heart, because the Strength card is all heart. And it also reminds us to not lose sight of our spirituality. You know, to not, just don't get lost in it, in these moments that wave up and wave out on the Nine of Wands. This isn't the story that has to be expanded here. You don't set a place at the table for it. You give it its due with loving kindness and compassion, and then you expand deeper into your own sense of personal strength. What a beautiful message. All right, we're going to do something a little different. Normally I do angel answers for you, and this time I have, what is this deck? It is Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. So we're just going to pick a couple of these and see what they have to say. Nice. This goes with the Star card very well. We have the River Queen. Flow, letting go, natural movement. Certainly we have plenty of natural movement here. Lots of momentum from the Wheel of Fortune. And flow with the Magician and the Star in terms of our manifestation process. Just being in the flow, being part of that momentum. Okay, next we have, perfect. So perfect. These are confirmation cards, if ever. The High Lady of Love and Compassion. So we have reverence, kindness, and consideration. Everything that the Empress is inviting. The High Priestess, the Queen of Cups as well. Beautiful. I think maybe one more of those, right? Why not? What do we have? We have the Word Lord. Communication. Praise. Dishonesty. Dishonesty. I know you're all going to question that one. That would be the retelling of the tale here off the Six of Cups. Is it true? Is that story still true? Is it really just meant to live there in the past as an experience? And, you know, is there any part of that story that is exaggerated for dramatic effect by the ego? And if so, is that fulfilling? Is that useful? Is it useful? Does it help you now? Good question. All right. Affirmation from the universe has your back. We have just used this one through the whole weekend. It's one of my favorites from this whole deck. I love this one. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. Yeah, because we are all a natural miracle of love. Okay, spirit animals, one for Saturday, one for Sunday. Our first is, now these are for you to look up on your own and see what they have to say to you. Saturday's is Crow Spirit. Co-create with Spirit. Well, there it is. You have Magician, you have Star, you have Wheel of Fortune. You're already doing it. Yay, you. All right, and our spirit animal for Sunday is Sandpiper Spirit. Be playful. Yeah, go outside and play. Just enjoy being alive. Play with that. Last but not least, we're going to pull one card from Angels of Atlantis, asking what angel would like to work with us through the weekend. Let's see what we have. Well, Raziel with the message of intuition. So now we have the Queen of Cups, we have the High Priestess, and we have Raziel bringing a message of intuition. So cards are hammering a point home. Listen to your intuition. Follow that. Thank you so much for watching. Peace, love, joy, blessings to each and every one of you. Namaste. Bye for now.